All right, Aaron, here we go. It's the Carabao Cup semifinal, second leg at Anfield. It's Liverpool hosting Tottenham Hotspur in what is going to be, for sure, a very entertaining match. Of course, Liverpool have to overcome a 1-0 defeat just a couple weeks ago to advance to their second annual Carabao Cup final. This is becoming an annual event for Liverpool. Aaron, how are you feeling about this match going into it on Thursday?
I feel we can do this. Yeah, I think there was some hard yards put in against Bournemouth, who put up a really good performance against Liverpool. But
Yeah,
I don't know. I just think Liverpool have momentum, and Spurs looked ragged. Even though they won the other day, they still looked ragged, and they were very, very lucky to win that game against relegation fodder.
yeah. And it just kind of makes you scratch your head a little bit and wonder how we lost 1-0 to this Tottenham team, because they've just been really, really poor. So it is at Anfield. It is going to be a cup night, with the chance to get through to another cup final. I think Arneslot wants to win this. I think he wants to get to a final. And so let's look at the projected starting 11. I think it's Alisson, Becker. You could make a case for Kelleher here. This has been his competition. Actually might put money down. I'm not going to literally put money, but if I did, I'd probably actually put money down to put Kelleher in there, just as a way to kind of get him back in. It seems like this has been his competition for the last couple of years. But if Arne Slot really, really wants to win this, I don't think he's the sentimental type of guy. And I think he actually goes for it and puts Alisson in there. In the same vein, I think it's going to be Virgil and Konate pairing there in the middle. Again, I don't think Arne Slot wants to take chances here with the opportunity to get to his first cup final with Liverpool. And then I think it's going to be Robbo and Bradley. Trent doesn't seem serious, but he's still on the injury report, so I don't see a need to rush him back. And I think Connor Bradley probably is a better fit in this match as well. Do you think Robbo starts, Aaron, or Tsimikas?
Yeah, I think Robbo had a good game against Bournemouth.
He did.
The only worry is, I'd start Robertson all day, every day, ahead of Costas, just because I think Robertson is a first-team player. I think Costas is that kind of really, decent substitute that can come on and throw a few really good crosses in sort of 15, 20 minutes at the end. I'd start with Robertson all day, just because I think he's got that captain, that sort of leadership ability, which I think we need in this game. This needs to be full of leaders on the pitch today. On Thursday, apologies, just to get the dates right.
Yep.
But listen, I want leaders on there on Thursday, and I want a real solid Liverpool performance.
You look at the difference between this team that is, fighting for a place in the Carabao Cup final versus last season's team that made it and, of course, won the Carabao Cup. And you can see the difference in Arne Slot's approach, just keeping players healthy. Now, it's not like it's Klopp's fault necessarily that we had so many injuries last season, but you can see Slot's care. And, in some respects, I think he's, annoyed some people at certain times, whether he keeps players off the pitch like Chiesa or he continues to play players constantly like Gravenberch or Van Dijk. But you've got to give Arne Slot credit. He is keeping this team fit as I think humanly possible, outside of the, Jotas and Joe Gomez and the occasional Trent injury. But, this has been a really, really good year for Liverpool. Injury-wise, long may it continue, and I don't think it's luck. I think Arne Slot is known for this. He's got a knack, and his training staff is top drawer. I think he's done a fantastic job of keeping these players healthy. In the middle of the park, I'm going McAllister and Gravenberch. Again, it's the same theme of Arne Slot will want to win this game. I don't see him taking a chance with, putting in an Endo or maybe some other youngsters like McConnell. I think Arne Slot goes for it here by putting his world-class duo of McAllister and Gravenberch in there. And then I think it's going to be Szoboszlai up top. Maybe he brings in Jones for this game, but I think we'd all like to see Szoboszlai get a run out against Tottenham, who just seem like, this is going to be a perfect game, Aaron, for the typical Arne Slot wear them down for 60 or 70 minutes, and then just, go at them. Go at them once they have tired legs. Szoboszlai is a perfect fit to do that. Do you think we see these three in the midfield, Aaron?
I think we do. Sorrow didn't have his greatest game at the weekend against Bournemouth. I want Sorrow to hit the ball.
Yeah.
And he's got that little, want to take that extra touch thing going on at the moment. And he's done it a few times. He did it against Man United, if you remember, when he tried to walk the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah. Yep.
And it was frustrating then. And against Bournemouth, I don't know whether or not he maybe lost his footing or whatever, but
yeah, a little bit.
I want to see him hit the ball, just put his laces through. He hits the ball so cleanly that I think if he takes that first time as a shot, Sam, he gives himself a much better opportunity of hitting the back of the net. And then that game's a little bit more comfortable.
Yep.
But we seem to do that a little bit. Just them maybe just not pulling the trigger at the right time. We've done it. We've been guilty of it a few times. But then Salah, it's just genius, what Salah does.
I think with Szoboszlai, it's the mentality. I think, and I don't know what arneslot has told him, but for Szoboszlai, to be the player, shoot first, pass second, right? That mentality of like, are you looking to be the distributor? And are you looking for assists, or are you looking to just jam the ball down the opposition's throat? And I think we need more of that from Szoboszlai. I think we need him to have the confidence to shoot. I think we need him to have the confidence to square up and just rip the ball. Don't place it. Don't try to be cute with it. Just rip it into the back of the net, because he's got probably one of the most accurate shots on his day from anywhere on the pitch. So we want to see more of that. I think we're starting to see more of that from Szoboszlai. I think we've seen more of that.
He's got Gerrard-esque abilities.
Absolutely.
He strikes the ball very similar to Steven Gerrard as well. And Steven Gerrard was absolutely shoot first, pass second.
Oh, yeah.
And he was the best at it. In my opinion, that kind of 25-yarder, which Szoboszlai has in his locker. Yeah. I'd just like to see him do it a little bit more, because I just think, honestly, he's holding himself back in that term, in terms of, I suppose, goal creation, whether it's a goal or an assist. I just want to see him hit the ball a little bit more. But other than that, he's been superb. His engine has been fantastic.
Yeah.
His tenacity has been amazing. He's really putting some good performances in recently. I don't think Bournemouth was the strongest, but prior to that, Sam, he's had 4 or 5 really, really strong games.
Agree. We're starting to see some really good chemistry between him and Salah on that right side as well. Those two work really, really well together. Some very, very cute 1-2s. And then I think it's going to be Gakpo. And I think maybe a little bit of a surprise start for Darwin Núñez. I think we're kind of all ready to see a non-Luis Diaz game up in the 9. Diaz has had his moments this season, but I think we need to see some energy. We need to see that kind of Darwin-like mentality in this game. It's win or go home in the Carabao Cup. So we can't be, coming out cold. We are basically 1-0 down at the start of this match. So we need those bulldog mentalities to go at it from minute 1. I think Darwin's the right type of guy to do that. And then Arne Slot has such a large arsenal on his bench with Chiesa, with Elliott, obviously Diaz if he's not starting. You've got guys like Endo if you need to lock down the end of a match. And, potentially, I don't think we'll see Trent in this one, but if Trent is fit and he's back in training, you could have him come on. There's just so much firepower that Arne Slot has to bring on in this game if this starting 11 doesn't work out the way he wanted it. But this, Aaron, to me, is a very, very strong team at Anfield in a game where our backs are up against the wall. This is where Arne Slot proves. Can he do it? Can he get across to, the final here against Tottenham Hotspur, who really, I expect a fight from them. This is all they have left, Aaron.
Yeah.
What are you thinking for a score prediction in this one?
Well, they have the Europa because they finished quite high up the table in the Europa League. Listen, that team there should be good enough to beat Tottenham in Tottenham's current form.
Absolutely.
I think Bradley puts Son to bed on Thursday. And also, one thing that we should mention, Sam, as well, is that this is a free week for these players here. So we're not overplaying these players because we have Plymouth Argyle at the weekend where some of the fringe players can get a run out. I'd like to see Liverpool go really strong, really aggressive. And I'd like Darwin to throw himself about a little bit. And I can see Liverpool with a 3-1 win.
3-1. Okay. I'm going 4-1, Aaron. I'm going 4-1. The way that Tottenham are letting goals in at the moment, I just feel like Liverpool should be able to outclass them and at least score 3 or 4. But I'm going 4-1. I don't want to be overconfident here, but just the nature of Liverpool in form, healthy, Tottenham not in form, not healthy. And I think it's, Anfield being the big difference here. I think Liverpool are going to go grab it and get to that final. So let us know what you think in the comments section. Of course, put your score predictions in and let us know if you would change anything in the starting 11. Come on, boys, let's get to another final and let's get Arne Slot his first trophy.